Oh, good morning. Tawate. Jean Dili Gonse. Jean. I'm a therapist at the Wellness Center. Been working at wellness for a long time. And this is in honor of the month that we are calling Suicide Prevention Month. So we've gathered here today to present this message to you. And I would just say that it's been my honor and pleasure to be working with the people in Ne for this many years and going strong to bring forth a message of hope and healing, which is much needed. And with me I have two other young ladies who will also introduce themselves.
Okay, don't know what's out there. She Twila Cassadore. My name is Twila. I am helping Jean here today, and we're just really want to send a really positive message out there with everyone.
She Rachel Nolene would say Kusankai on behalf of suicidal awareness, and would like to try to help everyone out there be with us today.
So we chose historic Takalai Lake because of its beauty, because it was meant to be a gift to the people, a gift of a place to come where there's natural resources, there's natural beauty all around. And that is why we chose Takalai Lake, because this is where we need to come back to understand how to heal. And so we wanted to be in a place of beauty. We wanted to be a place where it was familiar. Everybody knows Takalai Lake. And so I'm going to turn it over to Twila, and she's going to say a little bit about what she does for the tribe.
Okay. Again, my name is Twila. I work with the St. Carlos Apache Tribe Forestry Program. I'm a cultural project assistant. What I do is work with Seth Peltz, our anthrobotanist, and we work with a project called the Western Apache Diet Project. And this project was created, I believe, in 1983. And it's been an ongoing project since, in reintroducing people back to the land, to the food, and to the natural resource that we have within our boundaries. It's not only working with St. Carlos, but it's also working with White Mountain, Camp Verde, and Payson.
So in that way, there are people, elders and others, who are really beginning to come back to the knowledge of what's been passed down through the generations to use for our benefit, to use for our health, to use for our pleasure. And one of the things that I wanted to say about my life is, without knowing the land, I'm completely lost. My feet are not anywhere. I'm just floating. And so wherever I have lived in my life, even beginning as a small child, I was in the dirt, I was looking at small things, and it has been the land over and over and over again that has brought me back to myself, even when my world was falling apart.
For myself, I found a lot of connection with the land, as I got older. Before that, I really didn't connect with the land. I grew up here in the res like everybody else. I grew up with people in the community that did farming, that did foraging, that butchered cows, butchered, wild game. But I never really quite understood it until I got older. And I realized there was a more deeper connection to our being as a whole, we're a community, and we belong to this place. But I never really understood that as I got older. I just kind of got lost out there, like a lot of us, some of us do, and just working my way back. And most of it was healing is healing through that traditional way of life, healing through foraging, harvesting, and reconnecting with a lot of the older people in our community and other community members to help, really gap that where I was lost and bridge that together, and really gave me a really sense of being whole again and being belong and having a purpose.
Twila just talked about purpose. And I think without a sense of purpose, we are continuing to float wherever the wind takes us, right? And that means that when bad things begin to happen, we are carried by that tide of bad things. And so we have to actively work to not allow those bad things carry us off.
Like Twila, I've lived here on the reservation too, and when I was young, I didn't know, my dad would take us hunting and whatnot, but it was just like, we're out there playing, didn't really realize how beautiful our land is until I grew older, and now, the beauty, even out here, it's so beautiful out here. You go up into the mountains and you see things and the water, everything, beauty. And that's what I really appreciate in life right now is, the beauty of our land. This is where we belong, and this is where I belong. And, it's wonderful being here.
So that is the essence, really, is to feel belonging somewhere. And what we are saying right here today is that the land gives us belonging. The land will give us purpose. It tells us what we need. It tells us who we are.
The reservation again, the beauty of our reservation, that's what I feel when I'm out in the mountains. Freedom, my freedom, up there than down here. When you go up in the mountains, you feel free, alive. So awesome feeling. One of the saddest things about our freedom today is this COVID, this virus that is here on our reservation. Like the freedom we used to go, walk as we please, do as we please. Now it's gotten stricter, and the sad thing is even wearing these masks, what's upon us, and it's hard to breathe sometimes, hard to talk. Our freedom, I just feel like some of it is lost now. So,
So, looking for the small things and finding a treasure, right?
Yeah.
It's a gujou, it's a good feeling, right? To know that if you look at small things, you will find your treasures that can be used in your daily activities or your special activities. I did want to say that sometimes when you feel that lost freedom is lost, or you don't even really know what freedom is, you start to feel really sad, really down. You start to feel like you can't do anything in your life that will change how you feel. And we here want to say that that's believing in something that isn't true, because it is here. It's right here. It's right there. It's right there. You have to get yourself up and you have to look at it, and you have to drink it in. You have to take it in and know that it will give you something back. You have to trust that process. When you start to feel your roots going down and you start to feel peace in your life, this is when you reach out to others and you can give that to others. You can, like Rachel was saying, say your prayers. People will feel it in their heart when it comes from your heart. They will feel it. And so each one of us is responsible to find that sense of being rooted in the earth and rooted in community. And then we can begin to turn it over to others that are also struggling.
So like for some of us, we don't have friends you can talk to. You may not have someone you can trust. helped. And I always tell people, when you talk to the trees, they're actually the best people to talk to sometimes is for your deep secrets, because they don't gossip. And I'll go and sit out here, and I'll just sit out here and pray about things and talk to the trees, talk to the plants. And for me, that's my therapy. And that really helped me with dealing with a lot of grief that I kept inside of me. Coming out here and just, going swimming, going fishing, going for walks. Very healing. That is a type of healing a lot of people don't consider healing. They'll just think you're going for a walk, but you're actually, releasing a lot of the negative part in your life, negative memories, negative energies, something that's bothering you. You actually are releasing that out here. And that's one beautiful thing about us living where we live. We have a beautiful place to go out and walk to, and release a lot of that negative energy that we carry. A lot of us carry a lot every day. I carry a lot every day. And just being out here, it feels good. It feels really good, and it helps me the next day again. And it's just not a one-time thing. It's just something that helps a part of you heal and cope and continue and help strengthens you.
It's true. And even if you say, I can't get anywhere, I don't have a car, I don't know somebody that can give me a ride, it costs too much money, I have to buy gas, you can make a small place right where you're at that has living things that you can tend to. You can make a garden. There's been new emphasis recently on people making gardens, and it's been so exciting to hear. People are growing things. And how awesome is that when you start to see your garden growing and then it gives back to you. It doesn't ask for anything, it gives back. That's the beautiful thing.
Again, at home, I do this and meditate outside, just all by myself, sitting under the trees outside, and it's so peaceful out there. And just like the ladies are saying, I get lonely for my loved ones. I have a lot of grief at times, but when I'm out there, it just comes out, and everything feels so good afterwards. A lot of praying. I do a lot of praying. I pray for my people. I pray for our land. And all that, it's just like a puzzle. I always say, when I pray, you connect things. And what I go through in life, I start thinking about it, or my family. And through it all, at the end, with a lot of prayer and talking, with the Lord upstairs, I feel, a lot of joy. I feel peace. And once I go back inside to my grandkids, I feel that love and comfort. That's what it gives me. It's a lot of comfort when I'm out there.
Exactly. And that 4-letter word, LOVE, right? Starts here. It starts right here. It starts here. It starts here, where we recognize that in each other. The desire to live, the desire to do good, the desire to find life.
I know, I did. I just saw an eagle. So that was awesome.
Yeah. So the eagle brings forth that message, that message to the echoing none, way up high, the one that's over all, right? So if you're feeling like you're ready for a change, there are things you can do. And I would say to you, please don't turn to alcohol and drugs or acting out in violence, because those things actually make you feel worse inside. They make you feel dirty and icky inside, because you do and say things that you wished you hadn't done or said. So if you're really ready for a change, there's many things you can do.
In life, I've gone through, things that I shouldn't have ever done, but I did them, like drinking alcohol. And one of the hardest things was letting go of alcohol. But yet, through prayers and just daily, I was reading my Bible and praying. Take this alcohol taste away from me. It didn't take a day or a month. It took a while. After that, it was nothing. I don't crave it up to this day. It's been over 20 years or so that I haven't drank. And I appreciate, the Lord praying. It's with prayer. Nothing is easy today. We go through, I still have trials, temptations. But yet I go back and say, why would I want to go back and feel sick? Next morning you have a bad hangover. Why would I want to do that? My grandkids have never seen me drinking, and they appreciate me for that, and I appreciate their love in return. And for them to say, Graham, I'm so happy. You're not drinking, you don't drink, you don't smoke. That's a lot of love right there. We all need to do that. It's hard, yes, but it's all up to us up here to say no, to tell others, no, I don't, need this. That's the thing only thing I can say is, through prayer is a lot of work.
I know when change is really hard. It's not easy. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen immediately. It's a process, a slow process, but it's worth it. For myself, I've done things that, I regret in life. I do. And I used to carry that with me every day. It depressed me more. It made me want to do, end my life here because I was so depressed over the many things I've done. Just accepting some of the things, that knowing that we cannot change it. And learning how to heal with it and to move forward. Because there's so much that I've gained after dealing with a lot of, I could say all these traumatic drama in my life, that I thought, God, I should just end my life. I would think that sometime. And then I've gone through those depressed modes, and I've gone through deep depression, and I've gone through having to search myself. And when I started foraging, when I started going outside, especially when I started going outside, is what really helped me to heal. Being out here with the land, listening to the birds, reintroducing myself to all our plant relatives, all our animal relatives. It really gave me a sense of whole again. And just moving forward, knowing that your life is so beautiful. And being able to say good morning to some of our friends again, is a blessing. Because a lot of our friends, I don't have them no more. A lot of them have lost their lives to a suicide. A lot of them have lost their lives to so many things, and like drunk driving, being in a car accident. I've lost a lot of good friends that way. And I was thinking, man, if I should have said this, I should have said that. It gets to you sometime. But knowing that I could not do that, but learning to accept that, okay, we just have to heal. How do we heal? And mine is being outside is learning to heal. It's very hard. It's not easy. But believe me, you have a lot of support out there. You'll be surprised once you start walking down those steps and going in that positive direction. You're going to start seeing people you never met that are very supportive of what you're going to be doing in life, that you never knew that were there to begin with. All you know is the people that you're used to, but you start to meet new people. Me, I met a lot of plants, so that's what helps me.
Inerant lini rasani arant erant sin shura jingo. Diniro go era. Inne sango chupa na tsirakes ku St. Carlos Benat. Dini danigo shinit lashle diro itlan na tu rawahan chui do ba enst era zinhiwi ki kauriga shi shauriga niltu nauriga ana okai zilgo bera susiui. How to ra kani you kwiju brown si denirano walk out na bichera kan aiko That's the number one unla in Japan. That's is a case. You do a sanira in ne kunara kai. Kundi wellness goes aku arigo in nebichura ni unla aiko akunako ni anti you. There's always help. Akurka here.
You can always come to Wellness Center to find somebody to talk to. But as Twila said, there are people in the community that you just haven't discovered yet. And I also want to say that each one of you has gifts inside, things that are creative, things that are healing, even within you. If you've always wanted to learn how to cook, if you've always wanted to learn how to bead, if you've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument or to draw, just start doing these things and allow that creative spirit to come out of you, because all of us have gifts and we need to start exercising this, because this is part of our healing self, to do something creative, something that promotes life. And that's what our message is today. We are promoting life. Your life matters. Our life matters. The earth matters. We need to keep living and protect this as long as we can, so that the next generation also receives life.